Well, I've arrived in the Oxford Anniston area, and I got a shopping order, of all places, Sam's Club.
The Silver Dasher.
Morning. It is Sunday, and I'm doing sparking all day. Already got the order. It's a small order, about $15, but it's only 4 miles. It's double shopping, but they said the total time take about 30 minutes. And I looked at items, not very many items, but it is a $6 incentive to take the order. It's a little froggy outside right now, but it's because it was misty yesterday. It's pretty warm, 60 degrees, but starting tomorrow, we're going down to the teens, down to the mid-20s at night. So the brief warm weather that we had is going away for the next week, just in time for New Year's. So anyhow, on my way to the Walmart, and do some double shopping and then to the customer. So see you in a little bit. Well, just dropped off those 2 shopping orders. Very small. Didn't take long. Altogether it took me 45 minutes, just a little longer than it explained. But yeah, my drop-off locations, the first one was a neighbor of mine. And the second is a repeat customer, but for DoorDash. So now I have a repeat customer across 2 apps. So I think that's the second time that's happened. I think the very first time was when I did my very first Spark. I delivered out to Lincoln a customer way out there. I had just 3 days before delivered a Cinnabon order, and then 3 days later I did a Spark order. So anyway, things are, once you get the first order in, then it's kind of a crapshoot and see what happens after that. This was the incentive program in the morning where you get $6. The last time I did this, it was $7. And that was during Christmas Eve. So anyway, it's back to that may be it. So I'm going to head back home and wait it out until around lunchtime, where I'm going to eat an early lunch, and then I'm going to head over to my new site for lunch. I'm going to head over to Anniston. And twofold, it gives me a chance to, I seem to have better success with pickups over there. And plus I need to stop by my parents' house and check on things. So anyhow, I'm home and wait out for another order. So see you in a little bit. Well, I'm going to try something. I didn't think I want to try it, but I got to pick up. It's 2 stops. It's $32.59 for 33 miles. But I just want to see if pickups are going to work this morning. Let's see what happens. See you in a little bit. Canceled. I had to force cancel because now this is twice this happened. They said that my order was an old order from yesterday. This is twice this has happened. So the bugging systems, I had a guy come out and, so hey, there's an old order from yesterday. So I don't know. I don't know if I did. I don't know. So let me see. Did I get any credit for that? I got $2.93 for it. For an order that was bugged in the system. So anyway, I'm going to head home and wait. I'm not going to do any more pickups here. On this. And they always seem to have a problem here. Whether forced cancellation by the employees, or as one Spark driver support person said, there was a glitch in the system. So anyway, go to head home and wait for shopping order, and then eventually I'm going to head to Anniston. So see you in a little bit. Oh, surprise, surprise. It's just a little, it's 9:40 and I picked up a shopping order here locally. It's, let's see, what was the, I'm trying to get the details. Yeah, it's almost $25 for 13 miles. It's double shopping, so I'm going to do this and then probably head on over to my new location. So, anyway, off to shopping and then to the customers. See you in a little bit. Well, I just dropped off the last of that shopping, and I've been to this place before. One of my first, I think it was during Thanksgiving, or maybe, no, it was right before Halloween. It's been a while. The house right here is, I delivered, the reason I remember it, and because I recognize the address, the road, yep, that house right there, is they wanted only one item. It was a big, huge rack of ribs. and so I just now delivered to their neighbor. And now the first drop off, I'm out here in the Cook Spring. I'm in the area near the, if you remember my door dashing events where I go to the retirement home. I'm actually in the area behind there, up in the woods. I'm on top of the mountain over here. In fact, I had to go through a one-car tunnel that goes under the railroad tracks to get on this side. So, anyhow, yeah, this is it's a little misty, not really raining. It was foggy this morning. So I'm going to quickly go back to the house, grab a snack or something, then I'm going to start heading over to the Anniston Walmart and finish out my sparking day over there. That gives me a chance to do some work over there and then stop by my parents' house. So anyway, heading home and then off to Anniston. So see you in a little bit. Well, I've arrived in the Oxford Anniston area and I got a shopping order. Of all places, Sam's Club. So this is going to be something new to me. So, on to Sam's Club and the shopping. And the customer. See you in a little bit. Well, I did that Sam's Club shopping, very similar to Walmart. The only problem is everything's bulk. One customer wanted two 40 count things of cases of water and a 28 case of Gatorade. Then everything else. There's no bagging. Once you got everything, you just walk out the door and show the barcode to the employee at the door. Out you go. And I'm glad that I've got those IKEA bags. They really help. So the smaller stuff I can put together. And the other thing, I'm glad I also have the tubs, because I've learned that with those waters and all that, I can slide the tubs out and put them on the floor, on the ground, pick up the water. I usually have the water on the buggy underneath. Stick it in there, and I have easier handles on the tubs to lift up, and then I always put the water in the back, so it's easier to slide in and out. The doors is kind of awkward, so that's where I had the groceries, there. So that worked out pretty well. The only problem was I almost made a mistake, and I didn't quite have everything mixed together. I had everything mixed together by accident. But I triple checked, when I went to the first customer, I triple checked everything, as I only had the live items, and I said, oh, they're mixed in here. So I was able to make sure everything, and the first customer had the water and the Gatorade. So, and then it was just make sure they had everything from the first customer, and lo and behold, then everything else should belong to the second customer. But yeah, it's the Sam's Club, very similar. They have, aisle numbers, but they call them bays instead of sections. But the app doesn't matter. It's, section bay. Yeah, that was interesting. Oh,
take your next right onto Bynum Leatherwood Road.
Right, doggies. Unfortunately, I've seen a lot of dead pets on the side of the road here.
At the stop sign, turn right onto Bynum Leatherwood Road.
I wish people keep their pets either indoors or inside a fence. Of course, an animal can get out of a fence, but I've been seeing people around here, all the animals are just loose in the yard. So, anyhow, yeah, I'm doing a quick stop by my parents' house since the last Sam's order was out here towards where my parents' house. So I'm going to go ahead and stop by there real quick, get that out of the way, and then I'll continue to do Spark again. Hopefully, maybe pick up at the Anniston Walmart and see what happens. But yeah, I was at the Oxford Walmart for about 10 minutes when the shopping over for Sam's, and the Sam's Club is the next exit down on the interstate. Very easy to get to, but there's a huge shopping center there, but it's at the end of the road. So, but yeah, that was unique, something different. Like I said, very similar, but I just didn't have to bag anything because everything's bulk. There is no bagging. So anyway, on to my parents' house, and then I'm going to go on to Anniston Walmart and see if I can pick up something there. So, see you in a little bit. Well, I just left my parents' house, and just as I started to spark up, I accepted a pickup. It said, slightly over water, about $15 for 12 miles, almost 13 miles, but it's 3 drop-offs, but it's ready to be picked up. So as soon as I show up, and they'll deliver it. Something simple. I took it because the Anniston area Walmart was not busy, so I took it. And so this will be a little different from shopping for bulk items at Sam's Club. So anyway, so on to Walmart for the pickup. See you in a little bit. Well, I just dropped off the last drop off. I'm in an area where there's no road. I'm in the middle of the woods near Anniston, and there is no road. And now I'm on a road. Yeah, this was an interesting drop off. The very first place it dropped off was in my parents' neighborhood. I've been to a house that I've been by and rode my bicycle by so many times and walked by. Been there, went by there many times, and then it's kind of ironic, you know. I retire and decided to do Spark and DoorDash and come over here. I guess, you know, inevitable it would happen, but I delivered to my parents' neighborhood, to a neighborhood that I grew up in. So, anyhow, and then of course the second and third drop-offs are out here west of the city and a very old part, you know, old neighborhoods. But like I said, a lot of it's run down. Like I said, when the military base was moved, it killed this town. It killed it. So anyway, well, I'm gonna make my way back to the Anniston Walmart. There was a pop-up that came out for 3 pickups, but 3 drop-offs, but it was this was slightly over water, but that one for 3 pickups for an hour was I didn't think it was worth it. So anyhow, let's see, which way do I want to go? I think I'll go this way. So hopefully maybe I can pick up another pickup that's worthwhile, so to speak. So anyway, making my way back, and hopefully we get another order. So things since I moved here, things have been steady. So anyway, see you a little bit. Well, I accepted a very small pickup. Well, small, it's almost $16, but it's only 4 miles. It takes about 30 minutes. 3 drop-offs. Yeah, 3, you know, not many items for those 3 drop-offs. So, you know, it's something, you know, I'm almost back to the Walmart, so, and it's already ready to be picked up. So, these are small little orders that, you know, there was one I didn't take. It was the same amount, but it was like the mileage was exactly the same as the dollar amount or more. It was 4 drop-offs. So, but this one is the amount is triple the mileage with 3 drop-offs. So, and it's ready. And the last time I did a pickup from here, it was ready, and they brought it to me within 10 minutes. So, anyway, so let's do the pickup and do the drop-offs. Then on to the customers. See you a little bit. Well, I made those drop-offs, and just as I finished, I rejected 2 other ones because one was 6 drop-offs for like $32, but 37 miles. No, I rejected them. And then I had another one that came up, that popped up, and then it was the same. This is pickup and 3 drop, but it was the same, you know, not very good. But I picked up this one. It's 3 drop-offs, but it's $21 for 11 miles. So it's double the mileage. I mean, double the dollars over the mileage. So I took that one. I said, still trying to learn, especially I'm in the Anniston market. But I did those 3 drop-offs, and that was unique. The second one was somewhat sad. I delivered, you're not going to believe this. I delivered a Walmart Spark delivery to a motel. But it was an elderly lady. I think this motels have people that are living there like on almost semi-permanent basis. Tiny little elderly lady, but she wasn't drunk. I didn't smell alcohol. I think it's just her medication. She was, I feel sorry for her because I don't think she had anybody, but she was doing Walmart Spark for the first time, and she took her a while to come to the door. Didn't realize it was her delivery, and then she was slow to speech, and but the thing required a passcode. She didn't know it, and she didn't realize it. And she says, "I'm going to leave a cash tip." Well, so she was smart enough to bring up her phone and bring up the Walmart app, and we looked at it. Sure enough, her passcode was there. So confirmed it. I put the food inside her room, and she gave me a $5 tip. But yeah, she apologized for her slowness, and I told her that's fine. But I think she's all by herself now. And you can tell she had food delivered, Walmart delivered there before, because there were other stuff with bags, still in bags. Yeah, it's getting old sucks, and getting old by yourself sucks even worse. So, like I said, if you have relatives or family that are elderly and they live by themselves, keep in touch with them. Check on them at least once a week. See how they're doing. See if they need anything. You'll brighten their day if you talk to them or call them. Trust me. So, anyway, well, I'm here at Walmart, about to pull into the pickup spot. This is one where I try to start it. It says, "Well, you're too early to start." So, we'll see how this pickup is, because it was one that's not ready when I selected it. So we'll see what happens. See you in a little bit. Well, I just made the final drop-off, and I decided to go ahead and end the Spark, because it's already almost 5 o'clock. It's getting dark, even though we're past the winter solstice, which means the days are getting slightly longer and longer now. But this is a good time to stop, because where my last delivery is almost to the interstate exit where I usually take to go home. So it's, I'm already, cut my travel time by 10 minutes since I'm already out here. So anyway, yeah, this is interesting. I did, learn, I got really excited taking those pickups. One, I probably shouldn't, it was about even, but then later on, I decided to be a little bit more selective now. since the pickups were being sent to me. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what it is with the Pell City, but Anniston, like this last one I just did, I couldn't start it, but as soon as I was able to start, 10 minutes, it was ready to go. I was loading up my car. Every pickup from the Anniston Walmart, I've had it pick up within 15 minutes. In fact, the first two that I did here, they were already packed. They just had to come out, and it looks like they had like 4 people working the pickups. And I don't understand. And they have like 14, they probably got about, 15 pickups places. Well, Pell City has like, just living more like 22. But those 4 people and whatever they're doing, I don't know what they're doing. They're organized. They brought everything out. And in fact, I saw a couple times the same Spark driver getting their pickups. I've seen them. One lady, I saw her twice today. So I was like, I don't understand how hard it is. Now, the only thing I can think of that may be the issue is, or part of the problem, I should say, is this Anniston Walmart is in a zone with 2 other Walmarts and a Sam's Club. So the distribution of pickups is spread out between those 3 Walmarts. Okay. Now, Pell City is the only Walmart within a 30-mile range or more. Here, the Oxford, Anniston, and then the Jacksonville, all 3 are all within 30 miles. So it's like, 12 miles apart for each one. But Pell City is all by its lonesome, with no. That's why when you go to when you select Pell City is the only thing you can do. There is no other shared Walmarts, and because of that, I think, because it has a more surrounding area, they have a lot of more people. Oh, excuse me. They have a lot more people, customers. And so I think they're getting overwhelmed. So if you think about it, the 3 Walmarts here in Anniston all cover about the same area as the Pell City does by itself. So you got all those customers. So like a customer in Jacksonville, they're going to get their stuff from the Jacksonville Walmart. Well, at Pell City, there is no other Walmart, so you're taking stuff to, Riverside or Lincoln, or even further north. So that's it. So they're overwhelmed with all these orders. I think that's what that part of the problem is. There is no other Walmart like Riverside, not Riverside, Lincoln. If Lincoln had a Walmart, that would alleviate the pressure of the pickups from the Pell City one. The closest Walmart to Pell City is Moody, or actually Leeds, and that's 30 miles away. I think that's part of the problem. Now here, of the 3 here in the Anniston area, Oxford is the biggest and probably the most busiest, but they probably serve all the areas south of I-20, while Anniston is north of Oxford and Jacksonville is even further north. Jacksonville is only like 12, 15 miles away from Anniston. So then you get the cluster of drivers that are spread apart across three Walmarts. Well, probably has the same number of drivers, but they're all coming to one location. So the offers get to be basically piss poor because of all the drivers in the Pell City area. I think that's part of the problem, but still, you can still solve that by personnel. Now, granted, I've seen the pickup area for Pell City. It's small, and that's where they keep the coolers to keep the cold stuff, because they have to line up all the pickup orders outside inside the Walmart. But you see the wall, usually, where the service center is and all that. Then there's a blank wall. That whole wall is full of just carts, full of orders ready to be delivered. So I think that's part of the problem. But this is 2 weeks in a row that I've come over here. I think I did like one more order. I came over a little late, and I was a little worried because I went straight to the Oxford one, because at the time it was the only Walmart in the area that was red hot. But didn't get him. But I finally got the Sam's Club shopping delivered. Ooh, excuse me. Man, it's been a long day. I've been up since 5 o'clock. I started off doing the normal grocery shopping at the Pell City. Came home, did stuff, and then lo and behold, around 9 o'clock, I got another shopping. And I believe it was a double shop also. Both of my shops this morning were double shop. And then when I finished that second one, I just came home, grabbed a snack, and headed home. So I really haven't eaten anything. I've eaten some popcorn. So now I'm going to head home, and we'll give a summary of what the earnings are. Now I'm not going. I'll mention the unconfirmed tips, but when I do the summary of this week, those tips won't be included in the summary because they'll be included for next week. So likewise, like in the summary, the tips that were confirmed this past Monday, will be included in the summary. So, yeah, it was nice and warm today. It's still 70 degrees, but tomorrow we're going back to freezing temperatures for a whole week. We're going back to normal weather here in the deep south. This was unusually warm for Christmas, around Christmas time. So, but it's strange, we have these lulls, and I apologize, but we have these lulls in weather. But March, of all things, we've had our biggest snowstorms in March, if you can believe that. Winter's last hurrah. Last time was the blizzard of '93. That I remember. Of course, then we had the snow again 10 years later. It was real popular. That's why I got stuck. That's when we were living in Moody, and I got stuck coming back, and I had to spend the night at the Trust Falls City Hall. Slept on a bunk. They gave us a FEMA care package. Had the toothpaste, toothbrush, and stuff like that. But slept there. But hitched a ride home. A firefighter friend had a friend that came over, and they had a 4-wheel drive truck. So I got home, and then later when the snow cleared, we drove back, got my car. So yeah, but yeah, that wasn't fun. So anyway, heading home, and when I get there, I'll give the summary. So see you in a little bit. Well, I'm finally home. It's been a long day. Reason I worked a little longer because this week and next week is going to be a short week because of is recording, this is the week after Christmas, or the Sunday after Christmas, and then New Year's Day is coming up. But let's get a breakdown. What happened is for today, daily confirmed earnings $88.82, with $43.72 as unconfirmed daily tips. So if things work out, that's over $100, for today. So yeah, and according to this, let's see, how many trips? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 trips. So I think that's done for today. So yeah, that's a combination of the 2 this morning and then the 5 this afternoon. So anyway, boy, this has been different. For example, I delivered a Walmart Spark to a motel. I wonder how many people have done that, but it may be more common than what some people think. Yeah, and this morning I have had a repeat customer at DoorDash. I delivered a Walmart Spark to a DoorDash customer. That's another thing that happened today. So, well, I hope you enjoyed following with me today. If you like this video, I urge you to like. And if you like what I'm doing with the channel, I urge you to subscribe to the channel. I've also added part of the membership club. I'm starting to do a weekly summary of just a quick, talk about highlights of the week, and I give a total of money I made that week, plus the mileage that I did. So those are for members only. So if you like, join the membership club. It's 99 cents a month if you join through the PC. Excuse me. Unfortunately, if you only use YouTube through the iPhone, it's $1.49. Apple once they're cut. So anyhow, but like I said, I urge you to like and subscribe. I'm not doing anything tomorrow. Monday, I need to recover. So the way things, the schedule is, I use Monday and Saturdays to recover. I do Spark. I'm now going to do Spark in the mornings every day, but I'll do DoorDash on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Fridays. But this is a New Year's Day, New Year's Eve. We'll see what happens. New Year's Day, I don't know if I want to do Spark. Well, I don't know if Walmart's closed or not. So we'll see. I have to look. But yeah, it's been a long day. I'm gonna go home, change clothes, and get something to eat. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. And we will do this again. So we'll see you later.